What up, Minkchu? I want to talk about something I saw on the PUBG subreddit. Now, it's been a while since I made a video like this, but I saw a post and some comments on there that demonstrated that a large portion of the PUBG player base has a lot to learn when it comes to death cams in this game, in particular how they relate to cheating. But there is some hope, though. A lot of commenters were able to figure out what was really going on. To put it simply, in no uncertain terms, the replay system in PUBG is not accurate, and I will definitively show this later in the video. But first, I gotta say something else real quick. I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm off to an insane start this PUBG season. 10.1 KD, 34.1% win rates over 44 games. Every game has been streamed over at twitch.tv/minkjupubg. You're missing out on some crazy plays, some absolute massacres. If you are not watching, I hope to see you in chat sometime. This Reddit post is from a player who's come back to PUBG for the first time in years and is wondering if a player who killed them is a cheater. Now he gives us this death cam clip for context. You see him walking through a bush before shooting a player who is prone on the ground right next to him and then flicking to their teammate maybe 10 to 15 feet behind him and getting the kills. Commenters say, bro has bot movement and snaps instantly to everyone's heads. Extremely sus. The aiming at the end is aimbot with humanized aim, meaning it slowly transitions between targets at variable speed and path. Cheats McGee. He zoomed in at the bush to try and look legit, like he was, oh man, I wonder if anyone is in that bush. But when he looked away and his camera fucking snapped back on a dude's head through the ground, yeah, dude's a cheating dickwad. Okay, so they've determined that the player XXX Edge is a cheater, a cheating dickwad. Now, if we check out his stats, we should have enough evidence to feel confident about saying that. Wait, what? This guy has a 0.6 KD in duos, meaning it takes him 3 games to get a single kill? And his squad's KD is 1.13 with an ADR of 197. Wait, that single Reddit clip shows him getting more damage in 5 seconds than he does normally get an entire PUBG game. Now, if his stats say he's apparently a below-average PUBG player, how did the replay show him demonstrating superhuman aim transfer and recoil control? Because XXX Edge does not cheat at PUBG, and the replay system in PUBG is a very bad tool for determining if another player is using an aimbot or a recoil macro. Let me explain. The PUBG replay system records information about enemy players like their exact location, where they're moving and aiming, etc., in intervals called ticks. The replay system will see what a player is doing at one tick, compare it to what they're doing in the next tick, and fill in the gap with what it thinks is best. Now, this is never exactly how the player themselves are moving and acting. Here's a comment from Unreal Engine developer, PUBG player, and Reddit user Rev Overdrive. They say, replay stores your inputs, actions, states, location, rotation as is. A server correction update can and typically does overwrite, so as long as you aren't being corrected by the server, it should be a close 1-to-1 for your own movement, etc. Other players, simulated proxies, movements, location, rotation, states, etc., are approximations of the owning clients, which is you. They can never be 100% accurate to the owning clients due to floating point precision errors. Replay store these as given by the server. They can also be corrected post-render. Replay is meant to re-simulate the events and actions of the gameplay as you applied and received them from the server. So just to reiterate, the replay system will do a good job at showing your own movements and actions, but what the enemy is doing will be an approximation. But in a replay, something weird starts happening when an enemy begins to shoot their gun. Now, this is the tricky thing about the PUBG replay system that fools a lot of PUBG players. When an enemy player begins to shoot their gun, the replay system gives that action priority over the next tick. So, if a player starts shooting gun in between ticks, the game will skip over making that average between 2 ticks and jump immediately to where the player is shooting their gun. And since recoil in PUBG is entirely client-side, the enemy's recoil animations are never recorded in your own gameplay file. Hence, the replay system in PUBG will always show literally everyone, even the absolute worst players in the game, pull off superhuman flicks with 0 recoil. You can see this yourself if you ever have a recording of your own perspective and can somehow compare it to the death cam or replay of somebody who you kill. I was lucky enough to have this happen to me last year, and I made a video about it. I killed a streamer, and in his death cam, it shows me instantly snap to him and kill him with 2 no recoil bursts for my P90. But from my perspective, there is a smooth aim transfer and I kill him with one single spray. Let's watch. As you see, there's a huge inconsistency in what one person sees in their replay and what happens in the other person's client. I alluded to it earlier, but there were a lot of comments on the Reddit post that do give me some hope for the community. When I first saw the post, the comments were extremely negative and accusatory, but over the last few days, things have mellowed out. In particular, I like these two. The comments make me understand why the game is full of cheaters. Lots of people unable to tell. A ton of people on the subreddit are genuinely dog shit at the game. Watch the clips that get upvoted here from the TPP console players. Once you realize that, it starts to make sense why everyone thinks any player that hits a decent shot cheats. A little harsh, but I think the last one sums it up. Anyway, if you thought the PUBG replay system was accurate, or if you thought the PUBG subreddit was a useful place for critical discussion about the game, hopefully you learned something new today. If you already knew how bad the replay system was, hopefully you found this video entertaining at least. In any case, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please. Have a wonderful day.